It's Young Kies, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Girl Bastard. Mud. Gang.
Hop up in that Rari, it go room room. Tell him that nigga move his feet, a sweep a broom down and laughing like.
All right, today we got my dog Young Kies jumping off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? Dirty
What's
Girl.
going on, gang? How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling blessed. Just counting my blessings.
For sure, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the porch with us today.
Appreciate you. It's a blessing to be here.
So first things first, I know you wanted to say rest in peace to your dog, Wavy Navy Pooh, man.
For sure, for sure. Rest in peace, Wavy Navy Pooh. That's a tough cookie for me to swallow. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause like I first met him in Miami. My first time going to Miami, I met him in the studio. Like long story short, the engineer pushed play. He pulled up. He said, "This you?" I said, "Hell yeah." I said, "You wanna hop on it?" He said, "You want me to hop on it?" I said, "Hell yeah." He hopped on that shit, and then he was like, "Yo, this is the first time I ever freestyle. Like, you influenced me to freestyle. This is my first time. Like, rest in peace, bro. Like,
That's a real one. Long live Wavy Navy Pooh, man.
that's a fact. I'm gonna keep his name living though. That
So what you out here working on in Atlanta?
Okay. I met good people. I met a few A&Rs, a couple record label meetings. Learning about just some counselings. Yeah.
That's what's up. So for those who wouldn't know, how would you describe life back at home in Rochester, New York?
Gritty, grimy, like everywhere else, but you know, everybody got their own way they move, shit like that. But yeah, it's definitely lit though, definitely lit.
How would you describe your childhood coming up out there?
Shit, fucked up childhood though, like, and not just saying that just to try to like look for sympathy, but like growing up, like when we was like 6, like me and my cousins, we had to fight each other, like for like $5 or $10. We like 6, we telling each other like, we love you. I know we gotta fight. We leave the fight bloody. Go get some ice cream. Like yeah, just hard love for sure.
So when would you say you jumped off the porch?
Jumped off the porch at like 14. That's when I left my mama's house. That's definitely when I felt like I had to be a man and really like, yeah.
That's real. So what would you say is the biggest life lesson you learned so far?
Live, laugh, and learn. If not, you're gonna burn.
Why you say that motto?
Cause if you don't play the cards that's dealt, you're gonna lose, you're gonna fail. So just live, laugh, and learn. Be appreciative of what you got. Don't look at the next person and see what they have and compare it to yourself. Just be grateful for what you got, your capabilities, all that good shit.
So when would you say you started making music?
Shit. Like first time in the studio, like about 15, blowing their phone up, let me get in the studio. You know that, they got kids and everything, but you hitting them every day, like, come on, man, you don't want to see me make it, let me get in that studio. And eventually, they'll let you get in that studio. So yeah, like, but I ain't started taking it serious until like a year ago. It's like about a year and a half ago, I really started like taking care of the business part. You know, everybody want to rap, but it's like, what about the business part? What about marketing? What about promoting? Yeah, all that good stuff.
So what motivated you to start taking it serious a year ago?
My kids. Not trying to go back to that trap. You know, trying to like change your mindset, think bigger.
And how important would you say fatherhood is to you?
I mean, so important to the point, man, you're gonna go crazy. Like, you're gonna need a counselor. You're gonna need some type of support because, like, you know, everybody not gonna be on the same type of time as you. They're not gonna be like, they'll be comfortable with your kids just being in this type of school, while I'm comfortable with my kids being in a better school, more secure school, you know?
And how did you say you got your rap name?
My rap name? Shit, like, Kies. My name Marquise. So Kies, that came from Marquise. And that young, that's that young forever. No matter like how old you get, no matter what you go through, you still got that young spirit but an old soul. So yeah, that young for that spirit.
That's what's up, Young Kies, man. So what would you say is the biggest sacrifice you had to make for you to be successful?
That's a good ass question. That's a good ass question. My biggest sacrifice I had to make, not spending time with my kids, because I'm out doing what I gotta do, you know, working that pot, you know, up that porch. So yeah, losing time with my kids, trying to make a better life for them at the same time. You know, everybody didn't understand that at that point in time.
So how would you describe the music scene back at home in Rochester?
It's lit. It's lit. Really good. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm the hottest out of my city. I'm the hottest out of my city. But it's a lot of good talent. Like I could say some names right now. One, I'm gonna say Rich Baby. He's fire. He got a song called Drip Check. That's on Spotify, all platforms. Fire, but it's a lot of people that's nice. But I'm the hottest in my city.
And what make you the hottest in Rochester?
My work ethic, my consistency, my support level, my connections, being humble and knowing when not to be humble. Yeah, and a lot of more shit I ain't gonna give them, yeah.
For sure. So why do you think people overlook the talent that comes out of Rochester, New York?
Damn, that's a good ass question. Well, you know, like, when you got talent, you gotta be careful because people want that same talent. They don't want to sound just like you, so they'd rather take your style or try to like sound like you instead of just promoting and say, yo, I like this dude. I like his music, because at home they listening to it. They listening to it on the low, but they just don't want to stand out and say, oh, I fuck with him. Let's everybody support him. But now they support him. It depends. You just gotta like leave your city and keep a consistent flow of, you know,
straight
superstar
up
shit.
So let's talk about your latest single.
My latest single is First Day Out, and I recorded that in Miami. And that song is one of my best songs because like I recorded that shit after I got done chilling with my boy Wick, John Wick, Kodak brother. That's my boy, shout out to him, that's my family, like, yeah, all that for him. But yeah, I recorded that song and I played it in front of all his team, his A&Rs and all that. And they said, that's you? I said, yeah, hell yeah. They played that shit back, people pulling up in Bentleys, play that shit back, that's you? You not signed? I'm like, hell nah. They said, oh yeah, you on the right road now.
Yeah, that's real. So how would you describe your relationship with the Snipers?
Like a big blessing, like my first like real love, real loyalty, like, and this love is family, like it's hard to explain it. It's like a brother you never had type shit.
Yeah. I know you seen us a picture of you posted up with Yak in the hood, man. So
yeah.
Tell us the background story on that photo.
Shit, I was shooting my video. I got a video coming out with John Wick called Switcheroo. It's gonna be on all platforms, but it's on YouTube right now. We shot our video on 1800 on that ugly corner. Yeah, all that. Yeah, and that shit was fire. And like before, you know, when I first pulled up, you know, not everybody know me. It's like 100 niggas out there, and not everybody know me. You know what I mean? So like, they're like, let me hear that shit before I'm in your video. So you know me, I'm instantly. We hit on that chop, he ain't know what to do. I'll shoot a bitch myself, I don't need no substitute. Get my bro a Glock, we got 2 Glocks. That's the switcheroo. Skirt. I can show you how to whip a deuce, yeah. They said, oh yeah, run that shit back. So yeah, that shit was lit. Yak pulled up. You know what I mean? It was love, you know what I mean? It was love, genuine love. And that was like one of my big experiences in my life.
That's real.
Turn me up.
So what can fans expect from your upcoming project?
Some next level shit, like some shit they ain't never heard, but at the same time, some shit that they've been waiting to hear, some shit in their soul that they ain't think they wanted it, but it's what they needed it, you know?
Yeah. So what is it that you want listeners to take from your music?
Shit, everything I'm going through, like anxiety, you know. Even if you're not in the streets trapping, you know, kill, murder, murder, kill. Like, even if you're just working a 9 to 5 or just chilling, you know, not doing too much. At the same time, people like that still fight anxiety. So like, I want them just to know like you can overgrow anxiety, you can overgrow any obstacles in your life and become what they said you can't be.
For real. So as a rapper, how important is mental health for you?
Very, very, very important. And like, it's crazy you ask that shit like, you know, when I'm in the studio, you got a studio at home, you got your kids, you got uncles, you got grandmas there. So, you know, you in the studio, spray this shit up, clap shit up, you feel me? And at the same time, you know, you blacking out, you in that mentality, but at the same time, when you walk out of that room, your daughter right there, you know? And yes, that's what you're doing it for, but at the same time, you don't want so much of that mentality around her, so you gotta know how to be able to adjust and equalize, which is a very, very important thing I want everybody to remember, called equalize. And it's like leveling out, but yeah.
So how do you balance out and equalize, like you just formally said, you know what I'm saying, your mental health problems, your anxiety, your depression when you're feeling down, you know what I'm saying? How do you deal with the emotions?
So how do I cope with it?
Yeah.
So like, so to be honest for everybody, because I don't want to mislead anybody that's like going through the same thing I'm going through in different perspectives. I tried depression medicine. Before I tried depression medicine, like I went to drug court for drugs. So I went to drug court for a program, and then they sent you to FLACRA. And like I ain't want to listen in the beginning, but you're not gonna pass and you're not gonna complete that program if you really don't pay attention to what they're really saying. So I really started to pay attention to what they're really saying. And long story short, like I learned a lot. Like I learned a lot of coping skills that I never thought that I'd be able to do. Which is, it's different for everybody. Like what might work for me might don't work for you. But at the same time, the umbrella of it is coping skills. It's finding something that you like doing that's not gonna get you in trouble, that's healthy for you, and you just keep doing it.
Would you say your trauma was affected by your come up in the streets?
Nah, it made me ready for the streets. It prepared me, kept me hungry. Yeah.
Straight like that. So what's some of the things you had to endure for survival in the streets?
Like, what you mean by that?
Like, what's some of the things you had to do to survive out there in the streets?
Survive in the streets?
Yeah, in Rochester, New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a city we don't never hear too much about. So what's something that niggas gotta do out there to survive? You know what I'm saying? That most niggas probably wouldn't have to go through.
Briefly speaking, you gotta stay 10 steps ahead of not only just your rival, just anybody. You gotta stay 10 steps ahead. You gotta know a person can say, I love you, bro. I miss you, you're doing so good, I'm proud of you, but at the same time, they don't wanna see you make it. They telling everybody else this, that, and the third when they know that you work hard and you deserve for everything you got. They'll try to, steal from you. They can catch you slipping, they'll try to kill you, so you just gotta, you gotta be about that, yeah.
So how would you describe your grind as an independent artist?
Impeccable. Like, shout out to Gutter TV, you gonna be big. Like, yeah, shit like that.
That's real. So would you ever consider signing to a major label situation?
Yeah, hell yeah, if that money right, and it makes sense. And it definitely makes sense, like definitely, yeah. Hell yeah.
That's real. What's some of the feedback you get from some of these A&Rs you have meetings with?
First they say, play 3 songs. And then after the 3rd song, send me 1 more. Then I send it to them and it's like, they're like, what do you want? What do you want out of this? What do you want out of this? Like, you fire, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then like, I'm versatile, so they tell me what they like the most, what style they like the most, what style to lock on, and Super Saiyan Goku it.
Nah, that's what's up. So what else are you working on right now?
What I'm working on now, I'm working on my album. I'm in the album mode, definitely in my album mode. And the name gonna be released. It's gonna drop at the end of February. And it's gonna really be a big album, and it's gonna have some mainstream artists with features on it too.
Like who? Who can you tell us? You might as well sauce us up, man. Sauce us up, man.
Just know, it's a few big artists.
Yeah.
A few big artists, and I'll be releasing the day by the time the interview drop.
For sure.
Definitely.
So what's some of the goals you got set for yourself and your career over the next 5 years?
Marketing and promotion, and networking, and showing my fans and showing more people that don't know me who I am, and my heart. I'm genuine. At the same time, cutthroat, but yeah.
For sure. And what's something you want the youth? What's a message you can give to the youth right now on the platform?
To the youth, just if you believe you can do something, do it. Don't try to take somebody's advice because they're older or they've been living more than you. At the same time, it's a lot of people that's older that's misleading the youth. And so just like if you go through things, still strive. Pray.
Real spill. Any last words and shout outs?
I want to give a shout out to my team, OTM, Mud. I want to give a shout out to all my bros, Lil Drip, Melly, Blino, Muddy G's, free Kobe Racks, free my bro Kobe Racks doing 7 for this shit, for this music shit. My bro shot the neighbor through the 4. Free my son, free my boy, I love you boys. And thank you for everybody that been connecting me. Shout out to Dirty Glove Bastard off that fucking porch. Been off that fucking porch. It's fucking goals, turn it up, 2022. Time to show everybody what we here for, we came for, we work hard for, blood, sweat, tears. Sleeping in that car. 8 months ago, I was homeless, bro. I was in that car. And one thing about the youth, one good thing about the youth. Let me sip this water real fast. Work on your credit. Soon as possible, work on your credit. You can have all the money in the world. You can have $10,000. But now, 2022, if you don't got good credit, you're not gonna be able to get a home. If they don't care about how much money you got. If you don't got good credit, you're not getting anything. So don't pay attention to out trapping. Don't care about trying to flash off with the females, all that. Work on your credit. You can be able to get a car as soon as possible. You can be able to get a house and so much more, man. Way so much more.
Straight up.
That's what I really want to That's what I really want to them to know straight up.
So how were you homeless 8 months ago, sleeping in your car?
Not having credit, investing in music, putting all my money into music to the point where, I didn't trust nobody, and when you're on the verge of coming up in things, people start changing and treating you weird. So, and it was cold, back in New York, it's different when you sleeping outside or sleeping in the car because it's cold outside, and you wake up sick as hell, sinus all messed up. So yeah, but I was investing everything in the music and just trying to stay to myself and keep good energy around me the best way I could.
For sure. Now you going up 2022.
Yes, sir.
For sure. Young Kies, it's a pleasure having you on the porch with us today.
Hop up in that Rari, it go room room. Tell that nigga move his feet, a sweep a broom down and laughing like she Eddie Murphy. Boom.